When coaches are just starting, we see them bring their own stories and perspectives into a session. What happens when they do that?
It shifts the focus away from the client to the coach's reality, and that can unintentionally direct the client away from discovering their own truth. Coaching is not a way of you describing what you would do or should do in a situation. You really want the focus to be your client's perspective and be neutral when you have a conversation around it. It's about remaining curious and asking questions to find out what is really going on with your client. The most powerful sessions is when you can keep your perspectives out of it, but through asking questions, you can get them to see things differently, almost as if they never thought that was even possible. That's why today's quote is your client's reality is the one that matters most in the session.
What are some subtle ways that coaches accidentally insert their story?
They'll say things like, have you ever tried this? What journal are you using? What book are you reading? What podcast are you listening to? And what they're accidentally doing is they're giving those other things too much power as opposed to helping their clients find their own answers.
How can a coach actually catch themselves when this happens?
Really, we always have to make sure that we make it about the client. But in situations where you do want to mentor, you just want to tell them, this may or may not work for you, but based off of what has happened for me or what I've helped my clients with, here's some different ideas. Does any of these resonate with you?
So what changes when the client stays in the center of the session?
They not only feel fully empowered when they're leaving the session, but they actually have a plan that they can implement and take action on, especially when they have their own buy-in into it. Now, I want to give you an example because this actually happens all the time. And that is a client will actually ask a question during one of our coaching sessions, and immediately I can see that people have answers they want to give them. But when I jump in and I give them an example of coaching, we actually find out that there was a different problem they were struggling with that didn't have anything to do with the first thing that they talked about. And that wouldn't have been possible if we just started to jump in and give people ideas, our opinions, or actions to take. This is why we spend so much time practicing in the certification, to make sure that coaches get this right. Because once you do, not only does your confidence go up, but your client starts getting even better results. Now, if you missed episode number 3, definitely go back and listen. We talked about why it's all about staying curious. And when you take yourself out of your client's story like we talked about today, you actually create some space for our next lesson, which is how you can help your clients even more. And this time, it doesn't include coaching, asking questions, or even talking. We'll cover that in episode number 5.